Okay, so this is a review for our Mercury range cooker, splashback and slab type canopy. It's a Mercury 1000 range cooker, and we've had this range cooker for about 6 months now. So I'm just going to run through some of the features of it and what we like and maybe what's not so good, and then we can also have a look at the slab canopy as well, because there wasn't that much information on any of these products really. There was no video reviews on YouTube other than from shops. There was no user reviews, and certainly couldn't find much information about the slab canopy nor the splashback, although that's pretty straightforward. Now with the range cooker, this one is the dual fuel, as I said, so it's the gas top and the 3-door, 1000 centimeters wide. You can get bigger ones which have a bigger side door. This is the smaller one. Now with the hob, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 burners, and what I specifically like about this is that it's all continuous, so you can have a pan on, and if you want to move that across to the smaller burner, you can just slide it across. This wok carrier in the middle for the middle burner is obviously removable, as they all are, but we haven't actually used that big one yet, but that will come in handy as and when we get a wok. So yeah, nice, easy to use controls. I really like these actually, very industrial looking, very modern looking. So we can see we've got the controls for the right hand side oven there. That's the grill controls, and we've then got the main oven, which is the temperature here, and then these are the controls for the functions on the oven, which is 7. So there's things like defrost, normal fan oven, fan assisted. You can bake from the bottom, and you can brown from the top. So there's quite a lot of functions on there. The only lighting we've got on here is for the actual oven. There's no lighting on any of these. These are just showing you the positions of the burner controls. In terms of the controls, let's light up the burner. So we get a big flame on there. One thing I do like is that if that was to go out with the wind, it would automatically cut out, which is a safety feature obviously. So the controls, just turn that one off. Rubberized, so they're very easy to grip, very solid. They do come out easily enough if you wanted to clean them. They just slide out like that, and then they just pop back in like that as well. Okay, so in terms of the actual oven itself, this is the grill. Now it does say, so with the grill, there's a handle underneath, and we've got the grill pan there. Now with this grill, one thing it did take us a while to figure out is it does say in the instruction manual that it's got 3, maybe 4 different heights. But first of all, I couldn't work out how to do that. But in terms of the heights, it's just taking this out, turning it round. So that, I think, is the lower setting. And then if you spin it around, oh no, that's the lowest setting. So there's not much in it when it says different heights. So you can see from the back there, that's the lower. And then the settings, highest, that's the second highest, which again is not much room. And then if you flip it over completely, that's the 3rd highest. And then if you spin that round one more time, that's the 4th highest. It does grill nicely. We tried it for the usual sausages, bacon, things like that. No toast, because we've got a toaster, but I'm sure there'll be no issues with that. So that's the grill. That handle folds in nicely there, which is good. Another thing, when it gets quite hot, if the handle's in, if you put the grill back in, it can be quite dangerous, not dangerous, but it can be quite dicey getting your hand in. So when you put the grill in, you always leave it out like that and tuck it away when you're finished. Main oven needs a clean. Big, we've had turkeys in there. Telescopic tray, which is nice. One thing we did buy, which we should have got straight away, which we didn't, would be liners. I would recommend liners, try and keep it clean. And then at the bottom, that lifts out for cleaning as well. Again, solid doors, so there's no lighting in there. I would have liked, because even though you don't need lights looking through a window, it can still be quite dark in the back. So I would have liked some lights in there, but that's not to be. And then the tall oven, spotless. You can see we haven't used that much. We have used it a little bit, but not much. There's a plate rack in there. Again, with a top oven, it's just heat. There's no different functions for it. So you just got your temperature control there for that one, which again lights up. And then the grill, you can either have both sides of the grill or just one side. Again, that lights up when that's on. I do like this oven. We have used it, but we tend to, see the fan going around, we tend to use it for things that aren't going to splash, like maybe Yorkshire puddings, or cooking the bag chickens, that sort of thing would go in there, or veggies. But yeah, again, it does get hot. It doesn't get as hot as this oven, so obviously that's your main oven. Just going back up here, one thing that is quite tricky. So with these cast iron hobs, they do look really good, but they're very rough. I would prefer this look to a glossy one, so it does go well with the whole oven, but they are quite tricky to clean because if you use a normal cloth, it tends to leave little bits of the cloth in there. In terms of cleaning the whole thing, easy to do, stainless steel. In terms of keeping it smudge free, fingerprint free, I tend to use olive oil. A piece of kitchen roll works really well in terms of keeping it clean. And obviously you'll see we've got the matching splashback again from Mercury, and the slab cooker hood. Now in terms of the slab cooker hood, it is very powerful. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 settings, and then a timer setting. Needs to clean that actually. So we've got the lights, nice lights, very good when you're cooking. And then in terms of the fans, this is the lowest setting, number 1, and then it goes all the way up to 4. And to turn it off, if you've got 4 on, to turn it off. So yeah, if you've got 1, okay, so you press 1 to turn 1 on, and then you can go up 2, 3, 4. But to turn it off, you either go all the way back down, or you have to go back down to 1 and then turn it off. So if you've got it on number 4, you can't just turn 4 to turn it off. You have to press 1 and then off, which is a bit annoying. Also, there is a timer there, but I'm not sure what that actually does. If you put 1 on, the light comes on, but don't know how long that timer stays on for. There is no instructions that say that. There's no information about that. So I'll just have to leave it on one day and see how long it stays on for, but there's a timer on it. So I'll turn that off. One thing, last thing with this, there has been a few issues. When it turned up, the fascia here was all scratched, and the doors were misaligned, so there was quite a big gap here, a small gap there. This bit was, the top of the oven was sticking out, and that bit was in, and these handles were loose. Spoke to Range Master, and to their credit, they've been out 3 times to replace all these. The second fascia we got was badly damaged as well. Scratched, but they have replaced it. So this is a new piece. 3 handles are new pieces, and they left the old handles. So these were loose, but instead of just coming and tightening them up, they replaced the whole lot. So I've got 3 spare handles now, which is good. And like I said, this fascia, it wasn't badly scratched. There was a few little nicks when we got it in the first one, and they left that as well. So if ever there was a problem with this, you know, if it got badly damaged or the handles, I've now got some spares. So overall, really, really happy with it. If you have any questions, let me know. It's my first video review, so hopefully it's been okay. But yeah, I would highly recommend our Mercury 1000 dual fuel range cooker.